Hey everybody, it's Lee Goldstein. Welcome to episode 19 of my unscripted podcast, 10-minute trade. Supposed to be 10 minutes long. Going to try and keep it 10 minutes long. First thing first, I want to just get everyone excited. It's our 10-year anniversary. We're going to have a lot of info, a lot of stuff coming down the road. So just want to give you a heads up. New software coming, all sorts of new things, rebooting our account, all sorts of exciting things. So just be aware, big news, getting ready for our 10-year anniversary and earnings coming up as well. And also, don't forget the webinar with Tick Strike tomorrow, Saturday at noon Eastern Time, California time. It'll be 9 a.m. Okay, so that gets us started. I want to talk about the week and go over the wrap up April 4th through the 8th, 2022. Okay, so this week, definitely a move towards the better. We've definitely had struggles because of the war in the Ukraine. Breakout trades have been somewhat challenged, but I'll tell you this. So, a couple of things to be aware of that will help you to make money in the coming weeks. Oil and gas are trading very well. The Wednesday oil report and the Thursday gas report. They've gone from periods of instability and inconsistency, maybe due to the high prices in those commodities, but they're trading better. Gas, believe it or not, trading better than oil. So even though natural gas had a slightly challenged report this week, I would say that you could at least trade one contract on natural gas. And if your risk profile allows for that much volatility in an event trade, I'm liking what I'm seeing in natural gas. Oil, a little bit more challenged than natural gas, but the past 5 weeks, 6 weeks, definitely been trading better. Tuesday's API report definitely is on watch. I'm still going to trade it this coming week, but it has not been performing well, so keep that in mind. The API report not working very well. Now, one of the events that I thought might be potentially a big event because it was a bank report was Australia's Royal Bank of Australia rate statement. When I went back and looked at the move that was made on that report, that news, it was a monster trade. So you might want to put that report on your radar for the future to at least test it or trade it with a small amount of contracts, but it was a big winner. It was Tuesday morning at 12:30 in the morning. Not an easy report to trade, unless you're in California or on the West Coast, and sometimes overseas. Then don't forget that we're doing a lot of oil opened, CL open, the gold open when there's news is the way we're looking at doing the gold open, and the NQ open every day. The NQ open has been working our setup on NQ and MNQ because we have a very large stop. Anyone can be involved trading the micros. So keep that in mind. You can use the tick strike indicator the way we're teaching, and you can definitely learn how to trade the opens with us in the trade room. So they're working better and better. The NQ open is absolutely one that you should mark down as an open to trade minimally with the MNQ micros. And then oil and gold is a work in progress. We'll get them. We'll get them better. Oil's been a little bit easier than gold, but it's a question of learning how to take those signals. And I hope everybody joins us in the trade room for tremendous educational experience at the worst. And at the best, you'll come away learning how to trade these opens. Now, the ISM Services report is one of those reports that drove me crazy this week. I had a trap trade. I moved my stop to break even after the first tick of profit, $10. I got stopped out because I moved my stop. Easily $1,000 later, gold stopped moving, but I only made $10, got out too soon. You know, you could say that I did the wrong thing. Sometimes you just protect your profit. It's not that you're protecting the $10, but you're putting your stop break even because that's the way you protect your account. In this case, ISM Services could have been a gigantic trap trade winner. Only made $10. Our trade of the week addressed the FOMC minutes. The range trade didn't work, unfortunately. That was our official trade, but we are now taking more and more trades after the news. We lost about $500 on the main trade and made over $1,000 back or almost $1,000 back on our after the FOMC minutes trades. So make sure that's a really strong reason to get into the trade room and learn the techniques that we're using to trade after the news reports. It's very valuable. Every Thursday at 8:30 in the morning Eastern Time, there's the Thursday unemployment claim report. Very, very important when the world pandemic first began. Not so important now because what we're seeing is less impact from the numbers. It's just not quite as dramatic. But we have a new range set up, and it would have hit the first target if you traded it on Thursday. So it wasn't a bad trade. And the breakout looked like it hit the first target also. So we have two setups for that Thursday time frame, but we're moving starting next week to the range trade, a longer range time on the Thursday unemployment trades. Definitely seems to be a better setup. So look for a new DMM coming this week on that Thursday unemployment 8:30 in the morning trade. And finally, I'd like to address today, today's Friday when I'm making this wrap up, we had Canada's jobs report. Now, if you've been coming into the room regularly, regular members know that the Canada jobs report 85% of the time, it trades with the US jobs report. When it trades with the US jobs report, it's a much more viable trade because one of the issues is Canada has high slippage, meaning your orders don't always get filled where you want them to be filled. And it's a low volume indicator, which goes along with bad liquidity. High slippage, low liquidity. Let me restate. The Canadian dollar has low liquidity, high slippage. That means your orders don't always get filled exactly where you want them to be filled. This morning was exactly what happened. Even though I shrunk the bracket on the setup, it still just didn't fill us in a very good place. But the real truth today, it just didn't really move that much. It just wasn't that effective. So I'm not sure if we're going to keep trading Canada jobs unless it trades with US jobs. When those two reports trade together, that Canada jobs report moves much more dramatically and offers a much higher potential for profit. So that's how I would look at that. The opens today, the oil open was a nice trade. The NQ open was almost immediate, and the gold open was a little bit challenged for me. Okay. But again, I said before, come into the trade room, learn how we're using the tick strike indicator to aid in our trading. Using our software and tick strike is an amazing combo to help you to trade any time of day that you want to trade. We're just concentrating on the open because that's our DNA. Trade at a specific time, make an appointment, you know the routine. The best trade of the week was WASD. Now, WASD has been really difficult. 4 losers out of the past 6 people were sitting on their hands in the trade room, even though I called it a family money trade. WASD is going to come back and pay you. I mean, that's what WASD does. It goes through periods like any trade of difficulty. I don't sit on my hands on WASD. I never not trade it. If you're worried, trade less contracts, but stay active, trade WASD. Don't be afraid to trade it. It's a family money trade. We made on 2 different trades. Eric traded it in the background in his office, made over $825 on WASD, exactly $825. I made $275, so we had over $1,000 profit on WASD. Definitely the trade of the week, so catch that video. The lesson there is just because a great trade is going through bad times, don't give up on it. The great trades, the ones that we've been trading for decades or for a decade, they come back. Trades that we've been trading for 4 years, jobs report, ADP, they all go through periods where they're not perfect. They come back. All right. That's the lesson from WASD, a good FOMC lesson this week. Trading is definitely looking better. The opens are very promising. We're excited about our 10-year anniversary. So come into the trade room. If you're not a member, join up with us. www.jointhetraderoom.com. I can't express more what a good deal it is at only $97 a month. Come and join us. Learn all these things we're learning together in this great community, 10-minute trades. My name is Lee Goldstein. I'm the trading director. I'll see you in the trade room. Take care, everyone.